Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and today I want to show you another one of the totally incredible parks of Singapore. What is this stuff over there? Always somebody is loud when I'm starting video. Well, this is Hort Park, folks. One of the most amazing parks I've seen in Singapore, but to be honest I haven't seen too many. And I have to thank the information about this park. I have to thank the Weird Explorer. He made a video about mulberries, about foraging for mulberries in this park. In that video I was very impressed about the mulberries growing in the equatorial tropics. I was not so impressed about the park. To me, somehow I remembered it looking like a sort of city square. But nope, actually it's totally different. Well, Hort comes from the Latin word hortus, I guess, which means garden. And it's amazing what they have done here in this tiny space. Some of the park seems to be, allotment gardens, so gardens that are being cultivated by single private people, but there is also a huge part cultivated by gardeners. Also, this park is nested within a much bigger network of green spaces, like there is the floral work, Canterbury Park, some rich park here behind me. It was named after some rich. Amazing. I'm gonna do just a short video of the Hort Park, the central part with the biggest number of interesting fruit trees. That's why we are here, right? I think this was Rucam, a small red fruit, quite tasty, which is funny. It's pretty much always in season when I'm in Southeast Asia, even when almost nothing is in season. I would prefer a lot of other things to be in season. Masam, or asam, means sour, and yeah, the fruits are sour, so I'm not gonna try them now. There are monkeys around here. I wonder if the monkeys have destroyed this banana, or something, or somebody else. Here a num fruit. Yum, 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 yum. However, it also seems that somebody is picking the fruits as soon as they get ripish. I wonder if the monkeys regularly forage into this part of the park, or if they stay in the jungle. Interesting dwarf bananas here. Look at those. The pseudostems. Well, they chopped them off right now. The pseudostems are less than half a meter, but maybe they can grow bigger. They have a lot of those tiny bananas here. Pandanus, sweet potatoes under the bananas. I guess everybody can get one or several of those allotments. Here are the mulberries. Also some manioc, eggplants and beans. Beautiful. Here you can basically check out hundreds of tiny gardens. Pandanus seems to be quite popular here. Kasturi limes. I don't even know what this is. Now we are talking business. This is some quite big fruited banana. Look at that. This is quite a good size for bananas in Southeast Asia. Here's some really, really spiny limes. Just look at those thorns, man. Amazing. Guess this is gonna become quite a long video because there are so many interesting parts of the park. Even if I skip 80-90% of it and show you just 20%, it's gonna be amazing. Oh, giant passion fruit. Haven't seen those in a while. Here are the flowers, and here the fruit is not so giant, just a couple 100 grams. Here is a bigger one. They should harvest this one soon. I thought that it's rotting already. No, but look at this. This one is already over 1 kilogram. Nice. It's funny, here in Asia they pack all the fruits into plastic, but I don't see anything like this in Europe. I don't even know, do you have to put some pesticides inside the plastic so that it doesn't rot? Some pink bananas, also grown in one of those boxes. Again, some really spiny lime. And here, a teeny tiny passion fruit. Right there we had the passion fruit which was over 1 kilogram, and the species, they can grow to several kilograms. But here we have a tiny passion fruit. I would guess that it's probably Passiflora zuberosa. If we see an older stem and it's corky, it will be zuberosa. But look at the size. Look at the size of those passion fruits here. And then this enormous thing here is of the same genus. This should be what Passiflora quadrangularis, because the stem has 4 angles. Amazing, isn't it? What you can find here. A mango tree. A papaya. Papaya is not a tree, just like banana is not a tree, but both are too soft. This mesh seems to be against insects. Don't think you need a more greenhouse climate than you get out here. Lemongrass. Snake gourd, beautiful. Is this a chico tree? I think yes. A mulberry which is being grown like a bonsai. Costus, this is a very tasty ginger. More bananas. Carcadil or hibiscus. Oh, this is amazing, folks. This is too much even for a video. I'm sure everybody will run away. Tomatoes and bitter gourd. This is bitter gourd. Oh, here somebody is really a sour soup in a pot, and more of those tiny bananas. Amaranth. I don't know if this is a wheat or if this is the species they eat here. I want to see fruits on one of those tiny bananas. I want to know if those are just what happens when you chop up a pseudostem, chop off a pseudostem, or if this is the actual size of them. Another cucurbitaceae, but I don't see the fruits. What was it? This bazella or something? This is one of the plants which are called spinach. Here, it seems like they put something into those bags, but have harvested it already. That's what the very young fruits look like. But I think, no, I don't see an older fruit here. More tomatoes, more of those tiny bananas. Beautiful. This is so beautiful, folks. I don't even know half of the stuff here. Okay, I know chilies and I know curry tree. Amazing. Funny, from the video of the Weird Explorer, I remember it looked something like a city square with some trees planted there, but this looks totally different. Also, the other parts I checked out over there look totally different. Oh, here we have another passion fruit. Now I'm really curious. Oops, squirrel. Look at those beautiful flowers. And what fruits? No fruits on the ground. Anything hanging up there? I don't see any fruit, not even an unripe fruit, but I also don't see fruits which are being shed on the ground. What is this passion fruit? Those are the leaves. A lot of passion fruits under certain conditions don't form. A lot of passion flowers under certain conditions don't form fruits. Yeah, look at this. Those flowers are definitely not forming fruits. No fruits on this one. Nope, not a single fruit. Lots of pots. Let's say this is an ornamental. Blue clitoria beans. Those are medicinal and also being used to dye rice and other foods blue. Couple guava trees. Those bananas, look at that. Pseudostems, less than a meter tall. Seems to be some Cavendish thing. I think it's not one of the local varieties. This is the standard passion fruit, Passiflora edulis, the maracuya, the one most of us are familiar with from supermarkets. Here the mulberries are ripe, and behind them the calamansi or casturi limes. So many different things here. This is amazing. I think I'll make one video about the allotment gardens, and then I'll make a second video about the park-like part of this thing. More limes. Does it really work like this? You stick them in the ground and they grow. More of those tiny bananas. They seem to be very popular here. Another soursop. Another mango. Kasturi limes. Another passion fruit. This looks a bit like maracuya, but is it? I see a couple flowers which have been shed, but nothing, no actual flowers or fruits. Sugar cane right next to lemongrass. Guess there are some good papayas in there. Entry to authorized personnel only. Looks interesting, some sort of nursery, but okay, they are not gonna enter. Also wanted to do the canopy walk, but there is a notice that it's closed, unfortunately. What is this? This part, it seems they want to demonstrate gardening objectives. Comparison testing of the effects of beneficial fungi on common edible species. Okay, let's skip this one. It's very interesting, but I'm more interested in those. Must be more than 100 of those boxes. Amazing. And each single one of them is occupied. Maybe there are thousands more people in those big houses, in those big buildings over there waiting for one of those things. More of this. I think it's Basella. This is a non-red variant of it. Oh, here we have something interesting. Here somebody is trying Mediterranean stuff. Maybe an immigrant from Europe. Figs, laurel, and several mints. Well, mint is not necessarily Mediterranean, but more temperate. Yeah, this could be somebody, either an immigrant from the Mediterranean or someone who was there. Also the rosemary seems Mediterranean, and the aloe vera is also more Mediterranean than equatorial. Interesting, and all of them protected here behind this mesh. Let's see what else we can find here. Some taller bananas. A pineapple. Beautiful. Oh, quite an oldish mulberry tree. Terong pipit, the pea eggplant, really small eggplants, but none on this one. I wonder what this is. This is some myrtaceae, guess even some edible one. Looks a bit like lily pilly. What's in here? Well protected mulberry, lime, fig tree. And not exactly sure what this is. What is this? Almost looks like a melon. Like some sort of honeydew or muskmelon or something like this. But this is already so green that I cannot see too much inside of it. Some bean. Looks almost a spaghetti bean. Plantago. This is an amazing plant. It grows in the tropics, mostly in mountains, but they've also seen it in lowland. It also grows in temperate and really cold areas like Scandinavia and northern Russia. Some other eggplants. I guess this is the Japanese eggplant. And some chilies. I was wondering why so many people have so small soursop trees which will probably never bear fruits, and then I remembered the leaves are supposed to be a miracle cure for cancer. So maybe most of those people don't really want fruits, but they rather want to use the leaves. What is this vine here? Tiny little fruits or flowers. So here's pea eggplant with mummified fruits. Here a dragon fruit cactus. Mulberries seem to be quite popular here. No wonder the weird explorer found them here. This thing here looks like a wax gourd. Let's see. Wax gourd. Well, Cannot find any gourds, unfortunately. Sage. It's another plant that grows in temperate climates, but here you have it in the equatorial ones. A mulberry with really tiny leaves. Maybe this variety should be used for bonsais. A water apple. Oh, this looks like some Australian lime. Some finger lime. Look at the tiny leaves and spines. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Oh, more stuff over there. I haven't even done this area. Well, if you are real gardening freaks, you're gonna stay with me for some more time. And if not, well, I cannot force you. Let's check out this part again. I was here for a short period, but still it's extremely interesting. Sweet potatoes. Cotton. This is some species of cotton. Look at the flowers, the young fruits. Any open fruits where the cotton is coming out? Nope. Most flowers seem to be aborted. Interesting. Cotton growing here. Because I'm always amazed when I see a conifer in the tropics, although most species are tropical actually, but we are used to associate conifers with very cold climates. What else have we got here? More cotton. Or is it maybe some other malvaceae which doesn't produce cotton to make clothes? Here, please do not pluck any vegetables from my plots, are especially grown for my mother. Thank you. Well, no, I'm not. I admit that I would steal stuff if somebody had a plot of several hectares. I would steal a couple of things from him, but not stuff from people who are growing things on 5 square meters. I would never do this. Here, some small tomatillo of Physalis. This grows wild a lot. Is it the same species? This could be Physalis pruinosa. In this case, it's not so common in the wild. It was another species that was more common. This one grows a lot of different sweet potatoes. A big manioc plant over there. Some other eggplants. Here we have ilang ilang. This plant can become a big tree, but usually I see it as a small plant. Purple sugar cane, although this is not one of the most purple varieties. Here we have kedundong. This very, hi, a tiny little dove. Another one. Those are not too scared of me. How did you find out I'm a vegetarian, folks? Well, no, bird watching is such a big thing here in Singapore. If you harm a bird, you hope that the police catch you before the bird watchers do, because I don't know what they're gonna do to you. So kedondong, a fruit which is usually harvested unripe. I have to disturb you again, little ones. Equisetum, a relative of the ferns, which is used medicinally and also for a lot of technical purposes. So I still haven't been to this part here. More of those teeny tiny short bananas. More aloe. Costus. It's called ginger, but it's not in the Zingiberaceae family. However, the flowers are still very tasty. By flowers I mean those little orange things which stick out of the red inflorescences. Incredibly tasty, sweet and sour and a little bit sweet. But I'm not gonna pick them here. Here we have something special. Limau purut, the kaffir lime, Citrus hystrix. Look at that, the peduncle is winged and basically bigger than the leaf itself. This is the only citrus species where the leaves might be a more popular spice than the fruits themselves. Although here in the In the Malaysian tradition, actually the fruits are used more than the leaves, although the leaves are also used, while in the Thai tradition they use almost only the leaves. Here are some beans, not even spaghetti beans, those are just 20 centimeters long, just like the beans we grow in colder areas. A teeny tiny papaya variety. I doubt those will get much bigger than they are now. Oh, and here a fig which is fruiting. Isn't it amazing, folks? Ficus carica comes from a Mediterranean climate, and here they grow it in the tropics. This one here seems to be ripe enough already, but I'm not gonna pick it. I mean, if somebody has just one fig tree, well, I guess the birds or monkeys or whatever, they are not as considerate as me. I see 2 fruits which have been eaten, but yeah, maybe the gardener will come soon enough to pick the last one. Here another some sort of cotton, another passion fruit. Look at the buds here. Well, I don't even know if this produces fruits here. Here are some flowers. No, it doesn't seem that this one is producing fruits. What a pity. So let's go with the passion vine or flower. More costus with tasty edible fruits. Tropical asparagus or sweet vegetable. Forgot the name of this pepper. It's related to black pepper and quite popular here, mostly as an ornamental, but it's also a spice. Teeny tiny water apple bonsai. Another papaya with small things. Beautiful, folks, beautiful. Can you imagine hundreds of people growing their stuff? Each one having just about 5 square meters. Less than 5 square meters probably. Oh, plants are like on. We'll notice when one goes missing. We'll do not pick them. Yeah, don't worry, folks. I'm not gonna do this. Ah, look at this little vine. Do they even know that those teeny tiny cucumbers, the Guadalupe cucumber or hanging cucumber, are edible? Or is this a weed that's taking over the plot? Moringa. It's growing on the moringa. This is actually the age at which you would pick the Guadalupe cucumbers. This is maybe already too old. This will give you diarrhea. Another eggplants. Oh, look at that. This is a sweet potato relative, I think. Some myrtaceae with edible fruits, I guess. Guess a lot of those people are in real trouble because the plots are just too small for so many trees. Yeah, but I would probably also plant too many things for such a small plot. What a pity. They should have more such spaces around here. This looks like pumpkins. Pumpkins, very similar to our pumpkins, are very popular here, but they have so many different cucurbitaceae. The pumpkins are just one of many. Here is another cucurbitaceae I'm not familiar with. The flowers grow in big inflorescences. What is this? I really would like to know what this is. Usually cucurbitaceae flowers are single and not in big clusters. But here the clusters seem to be quite typical. Ah, strange. Fortunately, no fruits. Not even small fruits, which could make me guess at least what this stuff is. More banana. Somebody has chopped up the flower bud. I wonder why. Oh, look at this here. Some sort of bottle gourd or rich gourd or snake gourd. Well, some elongated gourd definitely. Good. At least a small fruit which gives us a hint what it could be. Another soursop. Here's some pepper. This could be... I thought this could be Piper nigrum, but no. It has wings. The stem is winged. See this? There is a Piper alatum or something like this. Not even 100% sure it's a pepper, but the leaves look very much pepper-like, but there are no peppercorns to be seen anywhere. Okay, folks, with this I finished this video, which is gonna be only about the private allotments. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the incredibly beautiful Hort Park. incredibly beautiful and fruit and veggie rich Hort Park. Of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.